Hey there, magic monsters. Welcome to the stream. So, this is very impromptu. And Ashley's here, which is very exciting. Hi, Ashley. I hope you're doing well. Um, Ashley is doing modeling stuff. And I think you'll see a lot from her soon. So the Humble Bundle's still going on. It's going well enough. I don't know what amazing is. I don't know what terrible is for Humble Bundle, but it's going along. I have coffee, which is always nice. And so, yeah, so check out the Humble Bundle if you're watching this and you haven't yet. It'll go away at some point, and that's a shame once it does. So in this stream, I was literally in the middle of typing a response to a fine person on Discord, really about the game modules, but they're right in the scripting area, which is fine. And I realized, oh, I should just do this publicly, you know. I think I have something stuck in my teeth. It's terrible. Anyways, so yeah, so Artie or Art is doing this, and I was looking at this code, and let me see if you all can see it. And essentially what they're doing here is saying base core stats for age, max health, max stamina, etc. To the current age base, to the base values. Basically, hey, these are base values, say 20 years old, 30 hit points, whatever it might be. And then they're doing this up here, which is passing in the game stat, which is coming from this source, I suppose, and the base value of what it should be, and then for each one, checking the difference. Well, first of all, if there's no difference, or if there is a difference, then the difference equals that. Otherwise, add the difference. So there's a better way of doing this, essentially. That's why I was getting that. And so I was going to load up my project with the still called stats and skills in my project list here, but really it's the game modules. It's just because stats and skills was the very first module, and I just never changed the name of the project. Originally, they were all going to be separate modules. In fact, originally they were separate modules, but then that just became a headache and a half. And really, there made no sense to have one and not the others because they work so well together. Oh, I was testing 3D glasses, you know, the red and blue 3D glasses. I was testing that. Anyways, so I wanted to look at, make sure I say the right thing in game stat. I just wanted to look at this code real quick. That's why I wanted to load this up, to look at this code and to see. So I want to make sure that I type in the right thing to Artie. So I think it's going to be set. Whoops. We gotta wait for it to do its thing. I'll zoom in a little bit too while we're at it, so I don't forget that. My mouse has been acting up recently. So if it suddenly only goes in one direction up and down, then that's why. Oh, you mean exactly like that? Okay, it stopped. But yeah, what a shame. I blame Steve Jobs. Okay, so we're going to go with, what are we going to go with? We're looking for set. Set. Do we not have set? Or let's just look. Where is our base value? Way up here at the top. Blah, 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 blah. Base values. Get base value. Do we not have a set base value? Set base value. No, we don't have a set base value. Well, I mean, what if I'm understanding what Artie is doing here? Oops. Then, you know, this is going to happen once at the beginning, and this data should be something that you can set on the scriptable object, and that could be why I don't have a set, because it's not meant to be set like that. The base, let's see. Where am I? I'm gonna load up the game modules demo scenes for the stats and conditions, and then we're gonna look at our demo player. We got some starting stats here. I should update this demo scene. I think there's some cooler ways of doing things now. I update things from time to time. Hi, Evil Creeper. I am. Legend of the Stones is a giant game. I haven't been able to work on it in a few weeks, though. Very disappointed about that, actually. I need more time. There's just not enough time to do everything. That's the problem. Yeah. So, let's see. Let's just look and see what we're doing here. And then, oh yeah, and I was going to look at the actual stats themselves. So basic stats, main stats, here we go. So let's look at hit points max. That's similar to the other one. So what you can do here is, instead of saying it at launch, you could set this to say 30 or something, and then it's always going to be 30 plus the base value, then multiplied by the base proficiency, and that's going to equal the final stat. So if, for instance, you have modifications that change the base value of hit points max of this stat, they would actually change this. They would not affect points. Points is outside of the modifications from other items or items and conditions and etc. You can adjust points via scripting, and that is what Artie is doing here. It looks like add base value. But what I think Artie should be doing is adding these base values on the script here, and if not, using set points, because this is the base value is essentially supposed to be 0 if there's nothing modifying it, and then if there is something modifying it, that will be automatically updated. That's not something that you would manage actively in your code, and then the final stat would compute with that. But really, it's going to be, I'm going to change that because my demo scene might be all messed up if I do that. Yeah, so I think I'm going to tell Artie here. I suggest that you use points for this. The base value is meant to be modifiable by other things, where points are not. You can modify points via code, but other things in the game modules won't touch that. That's not completely true. Conditions can if you set it to affect points, but in general they don't affect the points value. Also, you can set the points on the main scriptable objects, and then when the game stat is added, it will already have those values. If they're the same all the time, then you don't need to worry about setting it at all. And the last tip here, besides fixing my spelling, is going to be that and if you do need to set that, then the set points method would do the trick. You don't need to compute the difference, etc. Just use, it would be something like source.age.setPoints current age base. if I'm understanding correctly. All right, so that could be something. All right, next thing, what's we got? We got more questions. Hair is, yes, this is the opaque. You'll want to change the opaque to something else. So, upload desktop. Slurp coffee. Okay. Good morning. Wardrobe prefab, none was found. So warning. Cache groups do cache. Yep. This can be ignored. It's basically saying the method was expecting a wardrobe prefab manager, but none was found, so it can't do what it was meant to do. Wardrobe prefab managers are not required, but if you're doing stuff with the wardrobe, it will handle blend shapes, etc. automatically. In general, warnings can be ignored if they can be cleared out. Cleared out. I can't spell, by the way. I can, but my fingers type too fast. Unreal questions and answers. Try that when you get home. Excellent. Finally got the medieval pack installed into Unreal? No, this must be... Yes, this must be... Yes. This is in Unity, correct? For a minute, I thought you brought it into Unreal. This is missing materials, likely from the third-party packs. Check the description for links to all the third-party packs that I used in the demo. If you install those, it'll resolve itself. Otherwise, just edit the prefab if you don't want to. You don't want to use those. I use third-party stuff where it makes no sense to make my own, i.e. when theirs is better than what I could probably do. Yeah, so I know that's an issue for some people because they want everything to be set and forget or whatnot, but I'm not going to redo the trees from Nature Manufacturer. They are experts on that, and I'm not. You know, I have a theory that people who ignore spelling mistakes are smarter. That's my theory. Humble Bundle. Ooh, lots of stuff. Is my browser game modules course not yet working? It just changed to available on August 7th. I'll ask Jason about this. It's not meant to be locked. Should be available right away. Alright, let me bring this over here, outside of the window here, and quickly, actually I'll bring it over here, quickly ask Jason about it. I know he's busy with family stuff though, so he won't be getting back anytime soon. Some folks on the Discord are asking about course, is locked until August 7th. All right, go back to my Discord. All right. Unity Game Dev General. Bonus link incorrect on Serpent Warrior. Bonus file 2 link directs to bonus file 3. Well, we can fix that. Oops. Publisher. I will fix that right now. Let's see. Asset store and packages. Let's see, where is my packages? Oh yeah, Serpent Warrior. I think this is actually due to a silly bug in the Serpent Warrior bonus 2. What was it? Not 2 links to 3. Yeah. So when I copy paste, here I'll show it. When we're in here and I create a new draft and we update the description, when I copy paste one of these and then I change the second one, it also changes the first one, I think. It's really weird. I'm not sure why it does that. But let's just check that this is now. Okay, confirm that. All right. Save. Submit. All right, that should fix itself now. Check mark. Thanks, should be fixed soon. All right. Check, 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 check. Next. Next is the issue. Hi, Felix. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Zoriath. Yeah, the pink shimmer Felix is from a missing material from a third-party pack. Because I think I used it's most likely, my guess is it's probably the let's see where it is in the list. It's probably the candles. 3D environments. That's not 3D, that's 2.5D. This is the newest released stuff. That's not an environment, that's a sculpture. Huh. Popularity. That's the good stuff. Except for these, which always seem stuck. All these from Must Have Studio are always stuck for some reason. And it pushes down all the other stuff, including my own, which is down here. All right. Yeah, so this, it's on sale right now, the medieval environment, or medieval town village environment. I want SEO for both town and village, so I just named it both. I don't know if that works or not. I just did it. Yeah, so there's these stuff that I used here. So I'm thinking it's the Ian's Fire Pack, or maybe Real Ivy 2. If you don't have Real Ivy 2, they'll show up pink. The Ivy will. Yeah. But it's totally cool if you do have it. See all that ivy? That comes from Real Ivy 2. The trees comes from Nature Manufacture. The ivy comes from that. The clouds are just silly particles. That gate leads to nowhere, as you can see. Yep. Yep. Yeah, so we'll probably be updating this at some point too. Ashley, if you're still around, that might be a thing we add at some point. I wanna update this so that you can create your own buildings. So essentially just have quads or whatnot in building parts. And also I want to build a system, and this is really already built with the Prefab Object Manager. You know, games that show the construction of the building over time? That's what I want to build. So I want to have show how you can use the Prefab and Object Manager to essentially do that by bringing in prefabs at predefined areas or whatnot, and then replacing them as it gets quote-unquote built. Super easy to do. Nothing stopping you from doing that today. It's just nobody's showing you how to do it. So yeah, anyways. All right. But I want to fix the, let me quit this. I wanted to fix the dress for the wardrobe. So let me open up my work with Katie project. Katie, the illustrious animator. Yeah, everything's fun. Just need more time. One day maybe I won't have a day job, and then I'll have tons of time. I'll stream like every day or two and just make cool demos and cool games. All right, here we are. We got plastic up in here. Check in changes. No, I want to take down the changes. We got, okay, treant, scene, nope. All right, so the belt, human female tunic belt is getting updated. And then we got this new one, baby dragon with 3 heads. That's being fixed. This just goes to show how few people actually use the stuff that we make. Baby dragon has been broken this entire time since, I don't know when. Actually, we fixed the wings maybe a year ago, and it got broken since then. It was missing 2 of its heads, and nobody said anything. I didn't notice because, you know, I didn't check that. I just checked the wings, and the wings looked better. So, but nobody said, hey, this dragon is missing heads. Yeah, always cool plans for the future. I apologize for the weird sound whenever I put my coffee cup down on this coaster, because the vibrations go through the springs of the microphone stand, and I think they get vibrated. I know. What's the heck? Food and housing, and I don't own a house, at least not that I can live in, and it's expensive here, and I go on Zillow and I get excited and depressed all at the same time because I think, oh, if I buy that house, oh shit, I'll need to keep my job forever. And they're not big or nice houses. Okay, so what do we got? We got to do the villager wardrobe, and I think I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we can just, which one was it? Tunic, the belt. Should be a belt. The belt is a belt, so I think I can just export the belt without dependencies, and this should just fix it. But let's see, belt fix, I hope. All right, so we got that over here, and we're gonna load up. Oh my gosh, I've got 5 Unity projects open now. This was a test for a person, so we'll stop that. This is work with Ashley. I'm still trying to get this working. I need to figure out. Plastic is a pain in the ass to set up, so I'll quit that for now. Hopefully, maybe later today I'll have that solved. It's a lot easier to work with folks back and forth once that's set up properly. That's that scene. This is this scene. Trying to get this onto the Unreal Marketplace. Why is that shiny? Why is that so shiny? That doesn't make any sense why it's so shiny. Trying to get this Metal Ghost Knight onto the Unreal Marketplace. They are crazy strict over there. They come back. They're like, there's one clipping, one spot, which I don't actually see, and they said that needs to be fixed, and they said they require specific animations that this one doesn't have yet. I'm like, well, we plan on updating them, but not now, you know. $20 square meters. Yeah. Yep. I don't need a big place. I just want a place that has privacy. I like privacy. And in suburbia, that's hard to find because your neighbors always look down on you from their second story windows. All right. So let's do assets import custom package, and we will bring over belt fix and import that. Uh-oh. Why is it saying new? All right, that's going to require a little bit more work then, but that's okay. All right. Oh, I know why. Because the wardrobe is actually not in this project. I always forget that. I always forget that. We have armor packs. This is the project. Hello, Rexel Games. How are you? All right, let's see. Now we'll bring it into this one. This one should work. There we go. See, it's missing right here. That's what I was working on the last time. Somebody pointed out that the belt was actually another set of ties. Yeah, and that's not good. So, and I never noticed it. I had them all lined up. I just didn't notice that that one was missing a belt. There we go. That's the symbol I want to see. That means it's going to be replaced. And whenever you do install stuff into the editor, from package manager or whatnot, it's best to pay attention to what's being replaced. Will it just show up? Nope. Apparently not. All right, let's see what we got going on. Do we have the belt? We do have the belt. All right, that's good. Now that's the mesh itself. Now we're looking for the prefabs. Human, female, tunic 1, belt Z. I must have renamed it. Open this prefab. It is ties. So what we're going to do is bring in our belt and just make a new prefab here. I thought I was going to end up having to do that, but that's okay. No biggie. Materials and textures. Tunic. A. Close our blend shapes. Hey, Ashley, check out all those blend shape matches. We went a little crazy with the humans blend shapes. And so now every single piece of wardrobe has to have a shit ton of blend shape matches. This is exactly why it's way too time consuming and expensive to make tons of wardrobe, and why it might make more sense to build a whole new character system where we'd go a little less crazy on the blend shapes, because most of these don't actually have any impact that you can really see. And then if these are all just mostly one body shared between all the characters, then it'd be a lot easier to create new wardrobe. And I think everybody wants new wardrobe. All right, so we got that. I will now create the prefab by simply dragging it over, not that one, this one right here. Original prefab. We will then delete this from here. Find our human female tunic 1. This is the wrong one, so we're going to open up this prefab now and bring in the correct belt. There we go. And this is going to be deleted. And this is going to be renamed. And we'll move it up just to keep it where it was. And we will save that. We'll delete the belt Z. Delete that. And that is that. Should just work. So, save that. Now I need to update it to the asset store. So, I will do that here. Now, packages. Search for clothing, and it's very slow. It's not the fastest. Hey. Oh yeah, I never updated the image here. I need to do that. Release notes. .2.1. fixed the belt on the human female tunic outfit. All right. Now let's. Oh, I should update to the new asset store tools. There's a new asset store tools. The die working in Windows. I have no idea if he did. I assume you're talking about the colorful dice he bought on a whim. His impulse purchase of dice that light up. I think the concept of those dice is cool, but I feel like they're not quite ready for prime time. They were too slow for my taste, and I think I would like a little bit more or something. I'm not sure what I want out of them, but it's a cool gimmick for sure. Asset store tools. This is slow too. Everything's slow. Everything is slow. Import. I will say one thing I really like about this new tools package is it will delete the old one auto-magically for me. It will say, I notice you have the old one. Would you like it removed? And I'll say, hells to the is yes. Oh, you did? What are you going to do with them? I mean, besides play dice games. See, the thing is you have to tap the screen to make them light up. What I want is to have some integration, and this probably exists. This probably exists, but I want integration where when I roll them, they automatically light up. Like if 6s hit, it lights up green, and if 1 or 2 hits, it lights up red, or something. I don't know, something like that. The concept is really cool, but I feel like it's not. I don't know. It just feels not right. I don't know. Yeah, it needs to be more customizable or something. I don't know. Just not ready, not quite ready for prime time. Store uploader. That's the easier login process. Nice. Luckily, this was already set up. It's a pain to reorganize everything. Because I've got all my temp things down here for all the armors and stuff, but luckily this was already set up. Look how slow it's going. It's not even loading these. There we go. Choose and upload. Not loading the thumbnails. All right. Now it's uploading the thumbnails. I need to update the thumbnail here. The whole point was to update when I got the hair released, and I did get the hair released. I need to make a whole video about the wardrobe and the hair together, but I haven't done that yet. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there's an API. There's got to be an API. Because otherwise they're just dice that light up, but you have to, everything's so manual, it doesn't make sense to me. All right, so this is going to be uploading. That's great. The next step is those pesky young dragons and their young dragon heads. Baby dragon. Isn't there a baby shark video? We should make a baby dragon video. Would that go viral? If I make a baby dragon video with the baby shark song, or I guess not that song because it's probably under copyright, but with a similar song, would it go viral? Well, you should have told them you'd fill out the forms once you write an API in order to do it programmatically. All right, so this is the new one with the 3 heads. So, unfortunately, since it's a new GUID, so I'm going to have to change Let me try. So I don't want to have to retype in all the animation things. It's a pain in the ass. It's just time consuming. So I'm going to try to, I'm going to change this to temp old, and then can I change the GUID? Because we got these meta files here, and the meta files have, if we load them up in a text editor, we have the GUID. And if we, oh, look at all that. And if we change the GUID, then it should import more properly. If we go back to the project, let's bring in our young dragons. It's actually called Dragons 2 now. And go to our models. I'm not sure why it's suddenly being slow. Oh, it's probably just redoing all the scripts and stuff. So reveal this in Finder, and so this GUID is that, and this GUID is that, and this GUID is that, and none of these match, apparently. Nope. All right, well. So this is the old one, and this is the new one. So what I think I want to try doing, okay, I'm going to try manually updating this to be this. So this is the not demo one. See if I get any weird errors here. I just realized I haven't backed up for a while because I had turned off the drive. But I'll turn that back on. It's okay. I haven't updated this one for a while, so any backups would be worked. Ha, ha, ha. Don't invoke Jason's story. Remember, you have to say his name 3 times in a mirror to invoke him. Mark, hi, welcome to the stream. So are you looking, in regards to the morphing, are you looking on how to set up morphing in your own ones, or just how to use them in our stuff? All right, and let me load up my demo scene. I guess we'll save that. And load up. So I only changed the young dragon here. So I just want to... Okay. It's still missing its head. That's too bad. I think I'm going to have to redo from scratch. Which is probably fine. Do I use... I want to see if there's audio attached. I don't think there is for this one. Besides the music, but I just turned that off. No. Death of a baby dragon. Go to sleep. Wake up. So no audio, that's good. I just need to replace the... Oh, look, it's missing an audio mixer. Shouldn't the audio mixer be here? No? Huh. Alright, well, apparently at some point... this got messed up too. It's not the biggest issue, but it's an issue. All right, so darn. I was hoping I could just replace it, but apparently that's not the case. What if I do re-import? Can I do that? Nope, still missing the head. Damn. All right. Baby dragon. And all right, so for now we will quit this one and we will keep that. Don't quit that one. And then here, so it's import package, custom package, baby dragon, baby shark. Yes, you can use my stuff with your stuff. That is totally doable. There we go. I'm not sure what this means. Okay. Let me show you in a second. Okay. I will show you in a second. I gotta set this up real quick and then I'll show you, because what I want to show you is actually I can show you here because apparently I already did. Okay, so if you go into any of my scripts and you click the Blend Shapes Manager, set up in Options, I believe. Show help boxes. There we go. So it gives you some basic rundown here of how to set them up in your own stuff. But also, if you go to infinitypbr.com, up at the top, click on the scripting docs. Oh, it might not be here yet. I haven't written it here yet, but I'm going to write it here too at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Same details, but basically what's in the editor is the correct information as well. So Yep. And blend shapes are extremely powerful. There's a lot you can do with them that is not so straightforward, if that makes sense. You've got the ability to duplicate meshes and stuff, and other things that I don't know how to do them personally. But the guy who introduced me to blend shapes, Davey, who was a really good animator I had for a while, on the Anubis character, was able to duplicate the anklet rings. I think there was originally just one, and he duplicated them so there'd be like 13 as through a blend shape, and they just popped up one after another as you put the shape up. So I don't know how he did that, but it is pretty amazing. Yeah, reviews. I know the feeling of things at work being demanding lately. It's summertime and I want to be able to go outside, but I haven't been able to go outside and sit outside a coffee shop and do my work for a few weeks now because it's just too busy. Don't have time to even go down there. But yeah, reviews, by the way, if you have the time to write a positive 5-star review, they are tremendously helpful, tremendously important, and tremendously difficult to get written. Most people, 98% or more, probably more, don't write reviews. And they're extremely helpful to show others that the quality of the work is up there. All right, let me fix this now. We got Katie's workspace, baby dragon. So we're gonna move this to the models, and because it's a brand new one, we're gonna call this Young Dragon V2. I should put an underscore there. And I have not yet been able to figure out how to copy animations from one to another. I had a script that used to work, or sort of worked. Animation event manager, no. Maybe. No, I need... Choose a source clip and a target names do not need to match the animation. Events and clip settings will be copied. We can try this real quick. I don't know if it will do. Let's see. From the source... all clip copy. Source. Target. Okay. Young Dragon says it has 0 clips. Does it have 0 clips? Nope, it has a lot of clips. So yeah, I don't know. This is an old script. I didn't expect it to work. I'd have to redo it. Alright, do it by hand. The old-fashioned way. There's just so many of them. It's going to take a while. Alright, so I'm going to copy this, load it up, bring it off to the side for easy referencing. Now bring it off to the side for easy referencing. All right. Would you bake the blend shape on launch? No, I wouldn't. There's no reason to destroy the script, especially if you want to change things. Just set it on launch. Of the character on start or whatnot. That's where you can randomize it and other things as well if you want to do that. And then you don't need to change the script. The script doesn't do anything unless you do something with it, so it doesn't actually take any resources at runtime. Yeah. Excellent. Nice. That's advanced stuff, Aaron. Messing with A star and whatnot. Alright, V2. Apologize for the boring part. Attack 02 is going to be 30 to 115. Breathe fire 130 to 195. Tail whip L 210, 275. Tail whip R. By the way, I have a day off of work today. That's why I'm doing this. I had to take a day off for some other stuff yesterday, and I guess I had taken 2 days off. And I did some work this morning, though, because I don't think they'd survive without me. which is stupid because they really should be able to. But what can you do? I'll take it. Got hit 1, 2, and death 420, 485, and then walk 500 to 540. We'll do the loops later. Run 590, 605. Fly 630, 650. Fly attack 700, 780. Fly breathe fire 800, 880. Fly fast 890, 930. Fly hit 950, 995. Fly death 0, 1. This is a loop, that's why there's 3. 10, 30 to 10, 45, and then the looped middle is fly death 0, 2. 10, 50 to 10, 75. And then fly death 0, 3. Whoops. Have to be spelled correctly. 1085 to 1120. Alright. Firehead 0, 1. 1130, 1220. Firehead 0, 2. 1230, 1340. I think these are meant to be, yeah, for when it's flying. This is layered, so you'd only have to adjust the front layers and the rest would stay flying and whatnot. That's what those are. Walk backward 70, 14, 10. Fly idle 14, 30, 14, 70. Fly backward 1480, 1520. Fly dive 1530, 1550. Fly glide 1570, 1610. Whoa, not 16,000. Idle 1630 to 1750. Idle break 1760, 1860. Attack 1 is way down here, even though attack 2 was the first animation, 1902 1975. I don't know why, but it is. Idle to sleeping 1990, 2050. Sleeping loop 2060, 2150. Sleeping to idle, and 2 is not capitalized there. That's a mistake, but it's a mistake I have to keep because it will break things if I don't. Stunned standing 2740, 2860. Almost done with this part. Stunned flying 29, 55 to 3050. Barrel dodge R 3130, 3190. Barrel dodge L 3230, 3290. And idle take off is 3335, 3425. Run take off 3450, 3556. 2 more. Idle landing. I bet you can guess what the last one's going to be. Run landing. You were right. 3825. All right. Now we need the loops. Sleeping loop is a loop. Don't know if we can need all the other stuff. It's a loop. Fly idle is a loop. Fly backward is a loop. Fly glide and dive are both loops as well. Walk backward is a loop. Death 2 is a loop. Fly fast. Fly. Run. Forest run is a loop. Walk is a loop. And that's it. Alright, I might need to change some of those other ones. Alright, that was not fun. Ooh. Good job, Aaron. You went, it was only 4 likes and now it's 10? Well, thanks. I also hit the like for my own videos now. It's important. It really is. It's all about the algorithm, right? Manipulating the algorithm. Model, rig, generic. Create from this model. Root node is Young Dragon root. Apply. Man, I hope I didn't need to do that before doing the animations. Whew, good. Alright, and before I do anything else, I do want to check my settings here to see if I've... Interesting. Did I not... Did it here and not in the other one? Well, that's silly. Alright. Okay, this one has looped position Y. Fly fast. Okay. Well, we'll test it out and see what's what. Next, we'll bring this in here. And we will make a prefab out of it. And bring it to the right spot. Back, the head's back, body, okay. Body red, back, 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 red, head A, red, head B, red. You can guess what head C is gonna be. Head C, red. All right. Those are set. Now we need to copy our components over. Or do we? Which ones do we need? We can just add those. Copy this one. This component is new. Copy this one. This component as new. Copy this one. New, and we're also going to add blend shapes preset manager and the manager itself, and the prefab and object manager as well. And we're going to create a new one for the new demo. If you've been following some of the other ones, you may have heard me talk about how I'm creating kind of a transitionary thing. So Dragon 2, we'll call it Young Dragon demo. Transitionary period from one demo to another. Hi, Dire Prism. I think a lot of people just have it up in the background is what I've been hearing. That's what I've been told. People just have it in the background and they just listen, and that's fine with me. I couldn't do that. I couldn't work while listening to someone like me talking, mostly because I'm just so damn interesting. But that's just me. I also can't listen to like music with lyrics while working and stuff. Heck yeah. I wish I had started learning game dev stuff in high school when I wanted to make games then, but it was just a lot harder. I mean, this was in high school for me was in the 90s, so yeah, it was a lot harder back then, and Unity didn't exist, stuff like that didn't exist, the internet barely existed. So my brother was the coder, not me. All right, so we'll fix these in a bit. That's not the right stuff probably for this one, but we'll fix it in a bit. There's more setup to do here. I'm also going to have to copy over the animation events. That script I showed earlier was meant to do that, and maybe it did at some point, but it's been years since that's worked properly, I think. So, yeah. All right, so we've got a few other things to do. One, we do need to bring this over to here, and we need to replace all the stuff in it. So all these have to be replaced. So instead of the Young Dragon demo, we're going to be using Young Dragon v2 and just dragging all of these over one by one. Tedious, but luckily they should be, well, they're not in alphabetical order. Oh well, I was just about to say they should be in alphabetical order, but they aren't. Firehead 0, 2. Tedious bits, boring bits. Tail whip, tail whip. Run, take off. Stunned, standing. Sleeping to idle with the misspelling. Sleeping, loop. Okay, we'll do that in a bit. Barrel dodge. Dive. This type of stuff puts me asleep. Alright, now we need to do locomotions. Walk backward, idle, walk, run, and air locomotions. Fly, idle, fly fast, fly, and fly backward. All right, that should do that. Save. What was next? Ah, yes. Animation events themselves. And I believe memory serves. We set these up here. So like breathe fire. Oh, then it's not going to be here. It's going to be here. Breathe fire should have an event on it. Sure enough. All right, this is going to be start spell, end spell, start spell, end spell. All right. This is why that copier would have been handy. I don't want to screw things up though. All right, I'm just going to take a screenshot so that I can remind myself whereabouts the start and end spell, start spell, end spell. Which was that? That was on breathe fire. Okay. Start spell, end spell. So first one was about here. Oops. Add event. Start spell. End spell is just before the number 5. About here. End spell. Start spell. And it's actually not the best way to do this because if for whatever reason the animation stops halfway between this, it will never actually end the spell. So this is a demo only type of scenario. Depending on your game, you might want to do it completely differently. Let's see. I'm catching up on see? Listening in every once in a while. Video, yeah, I tried to do some video stuff. You know, I've got a lot of tutorials that go through my various scripts. They then get updated. This is the problem. They get updated and updated and updated and updated, and all of a sudden the old videos are like not completely accurate anymore. Okay, what other breathe fires do we have? Fly breathe fire. Just trash that. This should probably be start spell and yeah, start spell and end spell again. Whoops. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Didn't load it up. This is what I wanted to do. Alright, so this is fly breathe fire. Boring. This is boring me. I need to be entertained. Am I not entertained? No, I'm not. Start spell. The Gladiator was a great movie, wasn't it? End spell. Okay. Trash that. Apply. Any other breathe fires? Firehead 1, didn't set that up. Okay, Firehead 2, didn't set that up. Alright, that should be good then. Next step is to do the plumbing here. Camera holder is going to be looking for Young Dragon V2. And camera is going to be following Young Dragon V2 as well. Okay. And then all the other stuff for the buttons. Oh man, what was here before? It's probably... I don't know. Let's see. Locomotion slider equals 0. Shit. Well, it's probably the demo. Let's see. The old demo, which is going to be... Whoops. revert. Copy component. Apparently I copied 2 of the fire breath. Rather than that. And that should be why this disappeared. Alright, young dragon demo, update locomotion. There you go. And those are just changing the slider values. Okay. Ground animations, tilt and turn. Just dragon height and dragon height set tilts up turn. Okay, so both of these are going to be the new one. Dragon height, set tilt, dragon height, set turn. Alright. And then the animations themselves are going to be feed 2, animator, set trigger. It used to be that whenever you did this, it would reset all the values in the strings. It no longer does that, which is very nice because it was just a pain. Just another tedious thing, you know. Air animations, same deal. Animator, set trigger. Alright. So that section should be done. We will do this section later for the textures and whatnot. Now, turn that off, turn that on, and let's just see if things work. Ooh, good. It's always nice when I do. Breathe fire. Oh, that's not working. Why is that not working? Ah, because we didn't bring this over. This is going to be on Jawbone, Dragon Breath 1. Alright. So this is to the rig. There we go. Believe I saw in the Prefabs Dragon Breath 1. And then we will copy the component, paste it down here. Alright. And then here, we'll just update these references. Smoke forward, sparks forward, point light, magic breath. Alright. Try again. You guys are talking about stuff I've never heard of. There we go. All right. All right. Good. Now let's get to the more exciting stuff. We'll be able to delete that later, but for now, we're going to set up the blend shapes manager and the prefabs for that. So we're going to start by reloading the blend shapes. Go into the blend shapes, and there's this new global modifier, by the way. While doing some work with Ashley, I was like, it seems like this bug is back. It's a Unity bug where it would double the size of blend shapes, and so things would get pretty chaotic, and it was hard to tell because sometimes it just looks like they're fine, sometimes it's obvious that they're not. Like this one, you can see it's actually kind of, well, it's going away entirely. Oh, because the tail, tip A is still there. But yeah, you can see if I turn off tail B for now, we'll bring it back in a second. But if I turn that off and you look at tail tip A, when it goes really down below 50, it gets inverted, which isn't right. Realistically, this is supposed to be half, so I'm going to global modify that, and that's the actual lowest size that it's supposed to be. So I re-added this global modifier because some Unity versions have issues, others don't. And so it's very frustrating. I don't know which ones do and which ones don't, and I thought it had been fixed, but then it apparently came back. What can you do? All right. So I'm going to just set the min-max values for these. Well, maybe I'm going to set them. It depends if they need to be set. This one seems to be actually kind of okay so far. For this one, I do want this one to be minimum here. Alright, those are actually fine. Let's bring back tail B. I'm going to make them max out a little bit less. And make this min a little less. Make this max a little less. Spikes. Since you can turn the spikes off, there's no sense in actually having them go down to 0. So we'll do that. Do the fins not have blend shapes? It does. Why did those not? Oh, they're just matching. Okay. Probably the same with the carapace. Wait a minute. No blend shapes, huh? That could be an issue. We'll find out. Alright. Head C, B, and A, and body. Okay. Let's just quickly look at these. That's fine. That's too small for my tastes. Yeah, see, the carapace isn't matching. So we're just going to set that for now. We'll have to fix that. Nail length, too small. Nail size, that's fine. Neck width. See, same deal. Not matching. That needs to be fixed. Yep, that's too bad. All right. Now let's do the heads. Okay. to keep that minimum a little bit further ahead. Head B. My guess is that now that I've got the global modifier, a lot of the min-maxes that I was doing before were actually because of that, not because they were actually needing to be set and to be anything special. That's fine. Okay. Last one, head C. So they'll too squat. Alright, so those are set. I'm going to save it by overriding the prefab. Otherwise, I might lose my work. Preset manager, we're going to reload the blend shapes and then add a new preset group. You got a question for me, huh? What assets would you recommend for building a really good melee combat system? I have no idea. Unfortunately, due to the whole lack of time thing, I don't actually have time to try out other systems, even with my own stuff. And which sucks because I would like to, but I just don't have the time. So I don't know, unfortunately. I don't have a workflow for painting colors in Blender, simply because I don't do that. I don't do the modeling myself. I don't do the animating or rigging myself. I have done a lot of the texturing myself, although I'm trying to offload that to Ashley because I don't have time, once again, to do it, and I think she might be better at it than I am. We'll see. Haha, it's a contest. But really, we do the painting in Painter, Substance Painter. So I don't have a workflow for that, unfortunately. Sorry. But welcome to the stream, Ink of the Dragon. Why is this? Okay. So we have our preset group, and for some reason it's being super slow. I don't know why it's being slow. This component isn't one that is slow, but apparently right now it's slow, or something's going on. I don't know. Yes, Substance Painter is unfortunately does cost money, but it is very good. And in the end, that's that. All right, we got to look at the profiler. General analysis profiler. Play mode editor. Is my script making it be slow? If so, why? Because I haven't seen it do this before. If I had, I would have fixed it. But apparently, yes is the answer. So let's find out why. Stop the recording. Select a different dragon. Figure out what the heck is going on here. Editor loop. Yeah, clearly that's taking a lot of milliseconds. Get icon path from attribute. No. Not sure what that means. Tooltips. Okay, let's try again. This time with a deep profile. Oof. That is a tough one. I don't know. If you want to customize with new faces, etc., you'd need to start from scratch, really. For faces, you'd have to start from scratch. You'd have to just build new faces the same that we would build new faces, which it's... Hey, how come it's now suddenly working? Alright, so whatever was happening before... Oop. Is it going to start happening now? Nope. Alright, so I don't know what was happening before. Hair would be easier. You just have to make new hair with whatever style and etc. The thing is, you do have to remember the blend shapes. If you want to work with a mesh morphin, you have to add blend shapes. Just look at their current stuff to see what the naming convention is, and anyone who knows blend shapes should be able to figure that out. But there's also some instructions there. It's not a low effort though, if that makes sense. Substance Painter is on Steam. So yeah, I don't know what was going on before, but we got it working now. So maybe we got it working now. Maybe this is the issue. Or not. Yeah. I don't know. The thing is that this has never slowed down before, and I do this, I've been doing it with all the characters, so it shouldn't be slowing things down, but it seems to be doing it again. So let me start recording and seeing if I can figure this out. The hair itself doesn't need to be rigged per se, but the way we do it, it needs to have the rig of the body. Well, that's not terribly difficult. We provide the rigs and you just need to hook that up. But the hair itself doesn't need to be rigged. You can rig it and add new bones, and those will link up. But, yeah. I feel like something else must be going on because this is not normal. At all. Yeah, it seems to be working. The profiler itself will take up some resources, but let me pause it because wherever this spike is, I want to dig into. All right. Prefab importer. Oh, it's on set dirty. So it's probably related to the set dirty. Yeah. Okay. So that's what it seems to be related to. All right. Let's just see if we can. Must be saying it dirty all the time. Did I update that script to do more set dirties than I need? Because this is frustrating that it keeps doing that. It's weird though that it's doing it on this character and none of the others. It could also be that the Unity has just been loaded up for way too long and I need to quit and restart. That happens from time to time as well. Set all random. So I'll try that in a second. All right, let's save our prefab. Okay, save, quit, save. Yes, save everything. We're going to reload it. And while we do this, check, did this upload yet? No, it's still uploading. How slow is that? Very. It's been up for 5 days. Yeah. I don't know. However a person would set it up. Unfortunately, I don't know all the nitty-gritty details. Well, it gets difficult. I mean, you can throw on any... well, no, actually you can't because the heads are attached to the body right now. But if the heads weren't attached to the body, then you could throw on another head. It might not match perfectly with the texturing and stuff. So depending on the project, maybe it would work, maybe it wouldn't. In general, I don't think it would give very pleasing results. But, you know, again, it depends on the project. So, all right. Let's just play with this. Hey, look, it didn't actually save it. Interesting. All right, we'll copy this. Random. And all these. So now it doesn't seem to be happening again. So I think maybe Unity, so you can see it going there. Randomization. Activate the reset. Yeah, maybe Unity was just needing to be restarted. Just old-fashioned. Turn it off, turn it back on again. All right, so we've done the blend shapes. We're set there. And we're set there. Now we need to do this. This is the Prefab and Object Manager. One of my most favorite things right now. We're going to create a new group. We're going to call this heads as the type, and we're going to call this head A as the first group, and we'll create 2 new ones for head B and head C. And for this one, we're not going to use prefabs. We're going to use the objects that are already attached here. And so we're just going to drag these into these fields here to add them to each group. I'm also going to make this the default. So if I turn off head C, head A will just automatically turn on. That way there will always be a head turned on. This is not the latest version of the script, however, so I'm going to install that. Why isn't it the latest? Why isn't there? Should be something here. I just updated something the other day. What was it? Oh, yes, the requirement that you could add a thing that would only turn it on or off if there was another thing here. I swear that was in this project, though. Wasn't it? Let's see. So with all my stuff, generally I keep the support files package up to date. So as I change scripts, and I will be changing scripts, I can't stop, won't stop changing scripts. As I do that, I try to keep the support files updated so that if you import the support files after everything else, it should override the older versions with the newer versions and fix any random issues that crop up, especially when you accidentally replace new ones with old ones. If you import if you import an older version and you don't pay attention to what's being imported, you might accidentally overwrite a bunch of stuff. So we're going to update that. The download should happen much faster than the upload is going in the other project. Once it starts. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty fast, pretty snappy. Oh man, I remember the first time that I downloaded a song from Napster on a higher speed internet, and it took like all of 10 seconds to download a whole 3 megabyte MP3. I was like, what? 10 seconds for 3 megabytes? Holy shit. It was amazing. Alright, we're going to import, but I'm not going to import just anything. Oh, they're all in here already. Alright, well, that's interesting. Oh, variables. I didn't add any variables. That's why. That's right, and I made it so that they don't show up. Oh, and I forgot to... Wait a minute. What's going on? What's happening here? What is going on? Let's restart it. What the heck? I don't know what's going on. Let me do the old-fashioned restart thing. I was hoping there would be an error if that's going to do that stuff. But no error to be found. It's weird that whatever was going on just started kind of randomly, it seemed. After I tried to import stuff but failed to import stuff because I didn't import stuff. Alright. Prefab and Object Manager. Huh? There we go. I don't know what that issue was. Oop, not head A. Heads and head A. So we'll do this again, I guess. Head B, head C, and things. Head A. I don't know why it turned off. Save these. All right, then we're going to do a new group, and we're going to call this tails. And we got tail A and tail B. No reference. Huh. Group object must have been, or variable was, oh. So if I'm not sure. Dot variable equals null, return true. So if there is no variable, return true too. See, that's a random script. Update that. I need to remember to update the support files now. So I will do so here. Uh, 3.2.2 August 2, 2022. Small update to Prefab and Object Manager regarding variables update. All right, we'll do that. Okay, so tails A and B, we have tail A and tail B, and tail A will be our default. All right, what else do we have? Back options, so backs. All right, so we actually have 4 back options, because for backs, no option is an option. So we have spikes, we'll make that the default. We have the carapace, and whoops, and we have the fins. And okay, I should name these spikes, fins, carapace, and no backs. No back. And no back will just have nothing. So if we turn that on, they all disappear. But otherwise, you get that. And the spikes is the default. So there you go. All right, now you can randomize all and get some variety out of it. That's fun, but we do want to just start out with the default. Save all that, and now let's get to our demo scene and fixing all this stuff up. This is a very old demo scene, apparently. So start with the texture sets. Delete the description. Bring these up. And body, 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 back, 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 head, head, head. All right, well, yeah, there's no easy way to do this. Either I have to create a new scripting for it or update it here. All right, I'll do the scripting for it. That's what I've decided. Alright, so we have in our Young Dragon demo, just move that down. We're going to say header materials, and we'll do public material body materials, and what back materials, back. Let's just copy this since that word apparently is hard to spell, and then head A materials, head B and C. Okay, and then we're going to have a public void randomized textures. Okay, I'm going to replace the current randomized textures, and we're going to say header body parts and public game object backs and public game object tails, and then those are going to be arrays with the backs and the tails, and then we've got individual ones for the rest. So public game object body, whoops, object body, and we got head ABC, head A, B, C. All right, so when we randomize textures, we are going to say var new or random index is equal to random.range 0 to body materials dot length, and then for each one of these we're going to do for each var backs. Hold on 1 second. Okay, back. Speaking of back, as far back in backs, we will do back dot materials dot skinned back dot skin get components skinned mesh renderer dot material or shared material, shared material equals back materials random index. Alright, I'll zoom in for you folks. I forgot to do that. I apologize. Yes, it is the Dragon 2. It was missing some heads. It was actually not meant to be in the bundle at all, but there was a miscommunication and it ended up in the bundle, and so we had to quickly fix it faster than we were going to fix it. So, hey, thanks for supporting it, Rexel Games. I'm glad you're here. Tell all your friends. Alright, so we got our back materials, and then we're going to copy this, and we're going to do the same for the tails. So tail in tails, tail materials. Oh, no, we use body materials for that. Okay, and then for the other ones, we're going to just do body dot, well, we'll just copy paste this. Head A materials. Not the most, that's probably efficient enough actually. The whole gang component of the skin mesh renderer is not efficient, but could change these to be skin mesh renderer. Let's do that. don't think I actually need the materials, or the objects rather. Okay. Let's see how this works. All right. So if we go down to our dragon here. Oh, it didn't. A young dragon demo. All right, there we go. So we do need to add, this is going to be required. We don't need to worry about that. We'll add those in a second. This is part of the parent script. All right, so we got our materials. Let's start with our body parts. Tails, tail A and B. Backs is going to be spikes, fins, and carapace. Order doesn't really matter. And then we have our body, head A, head B, head C, and then materials. This is just going to be a tedious thing to add them, really. Let's see. All right, body materials. What order do we have? Red, green, blue, white, black. Red, green, blue, white, black. Order needs to match between all of these. Red, green, blue, white, black. I'll repeat that a few more times. Red, green, blue, white, black. Red, green, blue, white, black. Red, green, blue, white, black. All right. And let's save our override. Okay. So that plumbing is done. Now we need this plumbing. Remove all of these. Yes. And then update this to be young dragon demo. Oh, not randomized textures. We're going to be doing slight update, public void set textures, var int index, and then we're going to do all these up here, and it's going to be index. And that means what we really need to do is randomized textures is just going to be set textures and then random index. So throw that in there, close that off, and delete all this. There we go. My friends are texting me. How nice of them. And yeah, so now here we will do our set textures, int, and we'll just set the numbers here. So that should do the trick. Okay, and we can also do a random one. Random. And while we're at it, I want to update the font on all these to be the cooler font. And this is going to be random texture. And for random texture, we will call randomized textures. All right. Okay. And while we are here, oh, wrong one. Okay. Alright, so those should work. Let's bring up the next section, body parts. Blend shapes, fix these. Description is going to be deleted. We don't need that junk anymore. So body parts is going to be changed because we're not using the prefab and object manager. So we're going to update these to buttons. So just delete all of these. So we're going to create UI button. And this is going to be head A. Make this a little smaller. And okay. B, C, and what do we do when we do this? We click and we go to our blend shapes. I say click. And we go to our prefab and object manager and we say activate group by a name. And in this case, we got head A, head B, and head C. And that's all you have to do to activate any group, and it'll automatically deactivate other groups and whatnot. Alright, I'm going to bring this down and we're going to do spikes. And for these ones, I'm going to make them a little wider. Carapace. No back, and fins, fins, carapace, no back, spikes, fins, carapace, back. All right. Those are the only body parts. Oh, tails. That's right. I'll bring those down here and we will call this one tail A and tail B. And then tail B and tail A. Alright. All those, and then bring them down so they're underneath the title. That should do that trick, and then finally we'll bring the blend shapes up here, and we'll get the set to the right font, and then we will do this and say super random. Super random. Get it wider. Okay. So before we do that, let's plug in this here. We got our reset button and our super random button. That way you can just hit R in the demo and randomize things, or shift R to reset. And on super random, we're going to do a few things. First thing here is randomize the textures. So randomize textures. And then the second thing is randomize the blend shapes. So for our blend shape preset manager, we're going to say start transition to preset random, and transition to is the slow transition, whereas activate is the instant. So try transition to random, and then for the reset one, of course, we're going to do reset for that one. All right, and then for the other super random, we have to set this up in our script, but we're going to say randomize body part buttons. We're going to say randomize body part buttons, randomize this, and so okay, yeah, so we're going to say head buttons and public button, tail buttons and public button, back buttons, and then public void randomize body buttons. For each, no, not for each, we're going to say head buttons dot random dot range. Oh, take random. That's the thing from that Jason Story helped us out with. I forgot about that. Take random dot on click dot invoke. That's fancy. That's helpful. And we'll do the same for tail buttons and back buttons. There we go. And we just need to add that to our super random button. Feel free to ask any questions for those of you who are watching and listening. If you have any random questions, I might have answers, I might not. Random body parts buttons. And then we need to, of course, add those buttons here. This is not something you would do at your game, most likely, because it uses buttons. But if you so chose, you could. This is for the demo, though. That's why it's a demo scene. How you set it up is up to you. I would suggest scripting this, I suppose. But in this case, we'll do it like this. All right. I mean, I guess we could script it. How would we script it? Body parts. Prefab and object manager types. We would say public string head type equals heads. Public string back type equal backs, or just back, I think, I don't know. Public string tail type equals tails. I can't remember what we did. This is why it's you know. Excellent. My game El Sporco, haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. me too. I haven't streamed as much. Is been I've been busy with all the Humble Bundle stuff and whatnot, so I haven't been able to get it. The last I was doing the work was on the nav mesh stuff, and that was frustrating as hell. And then I had to take a break on it. So it was backs. It was backs. Okay, it was backs. So we'll set that to backs, but we'll set it in the script here too. And then instead of doing the randomized body buttons, we'll do public void randomized body parts. And we're going to say private prefab and object manager prefab and object manager, and then private void awake prefab and object manager equals get component prefab and object manager. So we'll cache that there. And then say dot random activate random all groups. Yeah. We'll just do that. We actually don't need to save this at all. And I'll just do it like that to save some space, skinny it up a little bit. So we really don't need this part anymore either, or this part. It wasn't a waste, but we just don't need them. So now in our super random, oh, good job on the new job. Hopefully it's a better job than the last job. So now we're going to just do randomized body parts and be done with it. So that should do the trick. Let's find out if we broke anything. Ooh, shit. I didn't save the prefab. I guess I probably did earlier. Doesn't matter now. Super random. Alright, yeah. Blend shapes are moving. They're not moving fast enough. I need to update that. But randomized textures, randomized blend shapes, randomized body parts. Everything seems to be randomized. There's a that right there. Wherever is that going on? Do you see that? It looks like the loop on the idle is having a blip right there. Alright, so the randomization's happening, which is good. I do want to make this happen faster. Instead of 2 seconds on the preset, we're going to make it 0.5 seconds. And then let's look at that animation, because that is unacceptable. This is the idle animation. You should see it on the loop. Yep. So let's see, how do we fix that? Maybe this button? You know, it's been years that I've been working with this, and I don't really understand all of this too well. Whoops. There we go. That does it. That did it. I'm going to delete the old one from the scene. And we'll make it big, and we'll press play, and we'll see if anything else broke. Okay. Attacks seem to be working. I'll have to bring that up. Green dragon, blue dragon. I like that look. White, black, randomized. Alright, and body parts. Fins. Tail B, tail A. Alright. Randomized. mesh. Look at that. Some issues. That's because of the some match isn't working right. That's too bad. Okay, I'll have to fix that. Super random's working except for that same issue. It's because they're having I don't know exactly what. I think it's let's see. If I go to my Bill and Shapes Manager, tail A. Not that. It's actually in the body, right? There's tail A size, tail B size. Yeah, so this is why it's going and addressing both of these, and it's randomizing. So even though tail A may go down here, tail B might go up here, and that's why we're getting that issue. So this is a good option for my controlled shapes, which might be broken. So I guess it's a time to fix it maybe. Tail B size, control this. So yeah, that's not gonna, well, that's a different reason. So actually controlling this is not the way I do it. The problem is that they have different matches on the body. So if one's up, the other has to be 0. So I'm just gonna set these to min-max there at 0, so they're not gonna change. Yeah. Individually they'd be fine, but together you can't have them both being stuff. First of all, it could be a she or a they. I don't know. I didn't ask. But seriously, yes, it flies. I just haven't gotten there yet because I want to try the other stuff first. Whoops. Alright, do we still have an issue? Yes, we do. Why is it still issuing out here? Oh, I know why. Because after you set the stuff here, you do have to reload the blend shapes here. It should probably build that into it, so it just does it automatically. That would make more sense. All right, there we go. All right. Idle takeoff. There it is. Now it's flying. Oh, we didn't switch to the other group of animations. Aha. Start flying. There we go. I should probably do this outside play mode, so it actually saves. Huh. Start flying, and then in our air animations, we have do. Wrong one. Start ground. Set ground height, and also I think that's the one, and also set start ground. Okay. Let's see. You heard me say that I want to maybe put some of the bundle sales into new models. Yes, where a couple high up on my list. There's always never-ending supply there, but we're working on a forest warrior right now. I have on the list a snail/slug. I have on the list a trap monster, which is sort of also an environment piece. It's a trap, you know, a hole, some sort, circle, hexagon, square, up to you. And then outside of that hole can come like an eyeball or tentacles or a spike or other things. Tentacle and eyeballs are creatures, I suppose, but then the spike is, of course, not. So stuff like that. Sci-fi has been requested recently. There we go. So we're just going to bring him through the environment. There's no ground though, so it'll go forever. Anyways, all right. So that's that. That's working. I need to update we need to update the blend shapes. Unfortunately, that's a shame, but it's working. Let me just bring the scroll back up. Save that. Did this finish? It did. It's got stuck there, but it's finished nonetheless. And then this one now I will upload. Not this one. Not this one. This one. Alright. Did I bring in the right one? I did. Okay. And then Astor Uploader. Refresh. Let's see. Did I not have it ready to go? Maybe I didn't. Works with all the pipelines. Manual setup required. Remove that. Release notes. Yes, submit that. Good. Dragon 2. Dragons 2. I didn't create a draft. Release notes 3.2.1. 3.2.1 updated to shared files 3.2 and fixed issue with head B and C not showing. Alright, save that. Dragon 2, select Infinity PBR, upload. Alright, so that's going to take a while. Let's go back to the old Discord and go to who and where was talking about the wardrobe not working properly. I don't remember where it was being asked about. I should have like written it down or something. Unity questions. You want the cut out, I believe. Try cut out or fade. Then there should be an alpha clip or some. Well, I should see it. Where is it? An alpha clipping. Then toggle on alpha clipping. Okay. Was the wardrobe talked about here? Search for belt. Ah, that worked. This is now fixed. All right. Okay, so that's uploading fairly fast compared to the other one not uploading fast. Am I going to do any beginner level creatures to fight, like sketchy rats? What's wrong with the not sketchy rats? Wolves, bears, etc. We do have a demon dog in the works, which could be a wolf if we add fluffy fur to it, I suppose. Bears, maybe. I don't know. Skeletons. Well, we already have some skeletons. They don't sell as well. Nothing sells as well as I think it should, but the skeletons I thought would have sold more, but maybe we didn't do the best job. Maybe we can do a better job. I think the skeletons need to be part of our whole humanoid setup, though, so that they can share a wardrobe. That would make them far better. That's why I think. I'm going to sign off in a bit, but any other last questions before I sign off and, I don't know, do something else? I'm more of this stuff, but do something else. I think I have some low poly stuff to take care of. Let me see. Bring this over here. Yes. Project on CG Trader. Yes. CG Trader. Let me see. Oops. Video.com. Right. Knew I could get it right. Yes, sorry. Thanks, sorry. Got super busy with day job and night job. So I got spiders at 30 FPS and goblins / weepers, low poly. Let me mark this as done. Finish the project. There's the project. Okay, I'll have to start some new low poly conversion projects there. Well, I guess I can bring that up real quick. They can be used for in-place animations. You just have to copy the animation and then remove the motion from the new animation, the copied animation, and then they'll work in place just fine. But yeah, with retargeting, you can use other animations too. Yep. I try to add in stuff I feel most people don't have so that there's still something available. But yeah, I mean, I think that's just the way of it. I guess what I'm saying is we need to release more stuff, right? That seems like the more appropriate solution. Just we need to release more stuff. Yeah. Low poly. Spiders. I want to get the spiders out. They're ready or almost ready, but the animations were at the wrong frame rate, so the numbers nothing matched. This latest update, though, however, should be a fix for that. And then also the Weeper low poly and the Goblins low poly. Or the second, we accidentally did the Goblins twice. That's my fault. I didn't notice we had done it already, and I ordered it again. Thank you, Dire Prism. I think it does too. The problem is, I think it scares people. You know, Game from Scratch did a review on the bundle, and he brought in some of the creatures or one of the creatures, and he said something like, "That's it. Just bring it in. It's drag and drop. That's all you have to do." And that's the truth, is that, you know, there's really not any huge difference in the actual use of the basic prefab from other stuff. But I think a lot of people, maybe newer users, might get overwhelmed by the customization options. And maybe, like, I've heard people say stuff like, "Oh, I love your stuff, but I'm working on a mobile game, so I can't use it." Or, "I love your stuff, but I'm new, so I can't use it." And both of those are wrong. They all work in mobile just fine. They all work with new users just fine. But yeah. Alright, so we are going to load in these spiders. Let's fix the spiders. I said I was going to sign off, but then I wanted to do this. So yeah. So let's see if we can get this working. Oh man, look, I need to change this. My demo scene has so much stuff that confuses people when I forget to remove stuff like this. Oops. Oh, I probably actually haven't updated this at all for the low poly one yet. Alright, let's ignore that for now then and just go to our spiders. There it is. A low poly spider. A hello poly spider. I think there's extra lighting in this scene. Yes, there was. I guess I haven't set up the scene as the way I thought I had. Yep. That's a big spider, by the way. That's not what I was actually fixing, though. The fix is to bring this into here and hope it just works. Where's my spiders? There it is. Models. Spiders low poly, reveal and finder. I'm bringing this one over, replacing it, and hopefully nothing breaks. Good so far. Ah, there we go. All right. And let's see, did I don't think I got to the point where I actually updated the demo scene yet. Did I? Nope. So we gotta do this whole thing again where we bring over the right animations. Jump back, rewind it back. Take that, rewind it. Yeah, I've got that song in my head. This whole weekend I was singing it with my friends while we were playing a Take That game. And I kept singing that. It's okay, they don't mind. Got hit. A locomotion. Do the locomotion with me. That doesn't look right, does it? Oh, good. Whew. It seems to be working. That would be a shame if it wasn't. Do I have any lower the fidelity of the models, not for low poly, just don't think the style I'm going for is realistic. I would love to do a more stylized series, but any new series is a big undertaking. So we'll see. I do have some actual stylized humans and goblins that I made years ago. We never actually did anything with, but I think for that I need to like find an artist who can do that style and just really book them to do a lot, because that's such a, I think it would be harder for an artist to copy another artist's stylized style, if that makes sense. Oh, excellent, Diaprism. The bows is always a difficult thing, but yes, IK is required for that. Do I have any channels or creators that you'd recommend for learning about materials and shaders? Well, Freya Holmer is the go-to for all the really smart stuff on shaders. And then there's one on YouTube who does some good shader stuff. I follow them. I follow them on YouTube. Where's my subscriptions? It is Polytoots, is it? Polytoots does a good one. But that's not the one I was thinking of, I think. Amplify Creations, of course. Now we're getting to the point where I don't even remember everybody. So Freya Homer. I thought there were more, but I thought there was one other. Maybe it's polytoots. Yeah, I think this is the one. Polytoots. Check that one out. There's probably more out there too, of course. All right. So those should work. Let's find out if it just work magically. Is there a cheater way to get there? There's a program called LED. Alright, so the lighting is having issues. This is oh, I didn't set up this properly. A couple things. First, see if that works, and then there's just too much lighting in this. Too many lights playing a role is the issue. But yeah, what was I doing? I was setting up the animations. Why are there 3? Oh, because there were 3 spiders. Now there's only 1 for the low poly. Animator, set trigger string. Alright. Darn, I made a mistake. Alright, now I need to type these in. Idle break. Tack 1. Tack 2. Cast. Oops. Death 1. Death 2. Dodge. Jump back. Jump left. Jump right. Taunt. And got hit. Alright. So that should solve that. So those should work now. Then we have ooh. Did I not bring in I didn't bring in the right one. Spider demo. Don't need particle. All right. Not talking through this, I apologize. Hey, go back. The turning and locomotion. This is on the spider demo script, probably. Update turning, yeah. Update locomotion. Update locomotion, okay. And then on this, I don't need the particles, but I brought this up to see if it's going to throw an error. And it might. No, it won't, because I didn't set the animation triggers, so that's good. No error will be thrown there. By default, the spider is very big, as you can see. So maybe I'll lower him down. There we go. We'll make it that. All right. That doesn't loop. Those need to loop. Okay. Apply those. I don't know. Oh, this is working. That's nice. Okay. What was I just doing? Oh yeah, loop animations. Turn right needs to loop. Turn left needs to loop. Walk, loop, and loop pose. I think all of these will just have loop pose selected as well. Dodge idle. Jump, 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 taunt. Got hit, walk back, alt, and walk back, and turn left, alt. Alright, apply those. Hello, Merrick, how are you? Alright. Happy with those. These are not set up. So, what is our setup for those? We have color shift runtime. Our color shifter for our spiders is here. We have how many? Spider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. So we will delete one of these, or just turn it off really. And we're not doing anything with eggs, so we'll turn those off as well. Might as well just delete them. Delete. Delete this too. And then, alright, each of these is going to do a hell of a lot less than that. It's going to do the spider color shift runtime, set color set integer, and we'll just go up the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should work there. Body parts. We'll bring this up. You can see how old this part's the plant monster. Man. Delete. What body parts are available actually to this one? We have the abdomen. Yes, we will want that to be turned off. The body, no. Just settle, yes. Not the eyes, not the legs. Okay, so we can turn off some things. So for the body parts, we don't have hair, we don't have bee, we don't have stingers. So we'll turn those off. And game objects set active, pedipalp. object set active, spikes, game object set active, and abdomen. Game object set active, and then change this to remove the A. Delete these. Just write a script that automatically replaces all the font. Alright. Those should be fine now. And blend shapes. Why is this turned off? Delete. Each of these, we are going to go to our spiders, blend shapes preset manager, start transition to random, and for the reset one, it's going to be reset, and then we're going to make a new one called super random. Super random, and super random is also going to do the blend shape, color shift runtime, set random color set. Yep, and we're not going to randomize. Maybe we'll randomize the body parts, I guess. Nah, let's not randomize the body parts. Maybe we should. God damn it. I'm trying to stop not doing work. I need to stop doing work. But, the problem is I haven't updated the demo for the other one, so I don't have the script I would like to use for that. So, for now, I won't do it. Okay. But let's check it out. Let me just make sure I want to set this to be 0.5. Save that. And let's see if those buttons now work. Nope. What's null reference? Color shift runtime? Color shifter object. Oh, I never assigned it, huh? Didn't. Alright, I'm getting hungry. Are these faceted in the mesh with extra vertices or just in the shader? Just the mesh. Oops, wrong button. Just the mesh. All right. There we go. So now we got some randomization going on there with the stuff. Blend shapes seem to be randomizing as well. Alright, abdomen can be turned off. Spikes can be turned off. Bit of help. Just there. So if you want to make a random weird bug creature, you can. And there you go. Alright. Good. This is nearly ready to go. It just needs some demo videos and photos. And I'm going to have to do that later because I'm getting hungry and my stomach is getting rumbly. So it really is time to go. I know earlier I said it was time to go, but then I started doing this. So this will be coming out soon. Look for it on the Astor's part of the Low Poly Monster Bundle 2. And there you go. So I hope you all had a wonderful time hanging out. I want to thank you for coming. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Give a thumbs up on that little thumbs up button to tell the algorithm that you appreciate this, I suppose. And I appreciate you, and thanks for hanging out, and I will talk to you later. Have a wonderful afternoon or evening or morning or whatever time.